Have you ever made a strategic decision based on data that later turned out to be unreliable? It's a common nightmare in our industry, and it stems from a fundamental problem: how we validate sources. In this video, I'll explain why traditional methods fail and how ValidateSources offers a scientific solution that transforms data credibility. The strategy industry relies on diverse data sources, market reports, competitor analyses, customer feedback, and more. But manually checking each source's credibility is not only tedious but also highly subjective. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple: keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. Different team members might score the same source differently, leading to inconsistencies. Generic tools like spreadsheets or basic checklists don't provide standardized scoring, so unreliable data often slips into strategic models. This can result in flawed insights and costly business mistakes. The real challenge is establishing a consistent, objective framework for validation. So how does ValidateSources tackle this? It's built on a technical method that applies deterministic credibility scoring. This means it uses a set of predefined, industry-aligned criteria to evaluate sources. Key concepts include source provenance, which tracks the origin, temporal relevance, which assesses how up-to-date the information is, and consensus metrics, which compare against other trusted sources. Unlike human judgment, which can be biased, this algorithm ensures every source is scored uniformly. It eliminates common misconceptions such as assuming all academic sources are credible or that recent data is always better. Instead, it weighs multiple factors to produce a balanced score. Now, let's dive into what ValidateSources actually does. When you ingest data, whether from APIs, databases, or manual entry, the software immediately applies baselines. It checks each source against its credibility criteria, calculating a score from 0 to 100. This score is then tagged to the data, creating a metadata layer that follows it through your analysis. The system maintains a complete audit trail, logging every validation step for compliance purposes. Additionally, you can model scenarios. What if a source's credibility changes? How does that affect your overall strategy? ValidateSources allows you to simulate these variations, giving you insights into the robustness of your decisions. Let me walk you through a hypothetical example to make this concrete. Suppose you're a strategy professional analyzing the entry into a new market. You collect data from industry blogs, government statistics, and competitor press releases. With ValidateSources, each of these sources is automatically scored. The blog might get a lower score due to anonymous authorship, while the government data scores high for official provenance. As you build your model, you can filter out sources below a certain threshold, ensuring only credible data influences your recommendations. This process not only saves hours of manual review but also provides measurable confidence in your findings. When it comes to compliance and reporting, ValidateSources generates clear, stakeholder-ready reports. These reports summarize credibility scores across all sources, highlight potential risks, and provide visual dashboards. They're designed to be easily understood by executives and align with regulatory standards such as data governance frameworks. This transparency is crucial for audits and for building trust in your strategic process. In closing, ValidateSources addresses a critical gap in strategy work. By automating credibility validation, it ensures that your decisions are based on reliable data, reduces subjective errors, and enhances overall strategy quality. If you're ready to transform how you handle data,